That's how you do it?
Yep.
Real world struggles.
Do you need coffee?
Yeah. Well, no, I figured I'd, instead of the beer.
Oh.
Yeah. You experts, tell us in the comments, how should we fix that? The old big block is wrapped up like Aunt Edna. It's cold out here. One way or the other, you're coming with us.
I told Dave those lower ones had to come out. He didn't believe me.
Yeah, these are the rusty timing cover bolts. Those are gone.
Bye-bye.
All right, good morning. Got the goods loaded up. It is a beautiful, crisp, cold morning here in Oregon City. We are rolling to BBP. Get this thing blown apart. Okay, well, beautiful morning and a nice stop to see Bruce at Bruce's Automotive there in Oregon City. But now it is one frosty, foggy drive. 28 degrees here south of OC. You know, definitely not a big fan of the cold temps, but dang, nice scenery. Beautiful winter time, rolling hills, orchards, you name it. It's good to be out. Stop in Silverton for a Dutch Brothers. If you're not from around here and you don't know about Dutch Brothers, probably the friendliest coffee joint around. Anyway, this will fuel me up. Welcome back to D-Loney V8 Motorsports. We're here at Burns Brothers Performance. George here is gonna blow this 565 apart. Oh, we're gonna, I guess I get to help.
Yeah.
I'm gloved up and ready to go. So yeah, we're gonna take this thing apart. We're gonna see what's what inside. I think it's gonna be minor issues and hopefully an easy fix. But it's gonna look a little different when it goes back together. He talked me into it. We're gonna paint it black.
Believe it or not, I suggested black on the block. I don't think the orange block goes well with the black valve covers. So.
Yep. And the goal is Salem powder coat. It's coming at you. We're gonna try to get the oil pan powder coated black too to match the powder coated valve covers.
Right.
It's all about the look.
Yeah.
Profiling. Anyway.
Sure.
All right. Well,
yeah, Mr. jumped ahead of the line over here.
Yeah, that's true. So there are a bunch of other projects here at Burns Brothers Performance, but they don't matter. I'm number one. So
he just thinks he's number one.
oh well, yeah. It's good.
He bribed me.
Humor me, yeah. So no, we'll do some time lapse. We'll show you how this thing comes apart. We will give you the details on the inside. So stay tuned. All right, moment of truth. Cylinder head 1357.
Dish piston look like?
Yeah, yeah. It's a pump gas motor.
Probably gonna get hung up on the washers.
Oh yeah. ARP washers, baby. Nothing but the best.
The gasket. Come on, buddy. Come with me.
Sticky?
The gasket's hanging up on the studs.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Taking it all.
Yeah, the gasket's coming with it. I think. All but one stud.
Real world struggles.
Actually never had to do. There we go.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
Come on, baby. Huh.
A little bit of crust on those lower ones.
Oh, see, it's the lower ones. It's grabbing the lower ones.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're at a different angle.
Yep. One way or the other, you're coming with us.
I told Dave those lower ones had to come out. He didn't believe me. That's almost the dish piston.
Yeah. Flat tops, baby. Oh, looks like it's running good.
Time to change those.
Yeah. No ridge.
Looks good.
Yeah, looks pretty clean. One down. Moment of truth, this time with the studs removed.
Yeah, this time. Thanks. Did I get them all?
Oh, like butter.
Yep.
Yep. There's 4 on this side too. Everything's looking good. Pretty clean.
Very clean.
Okay,
See how hard this thing comes off.
we're videoing.
I think that's right.
So George noticed the tops of the pistons are just barely kissing the heads, and mainly on this side. So you experts, tell us in the comments, how should we fix that? Mill the pistons, thicker head gaskets. What do we do? Tell us.
Do I get to vote?
Yeah, well,
Thicker.
of course.
Thicker head gasket.
That's how you do it?
Yep. I would mill the head to compensate for the head gasket thickness.
Okay.
To get a little bit more compression, reduce the combustion chamber size, so you're still lifting the head away from the piston,
Yeah.
but you keep your combustion chamber size to keep your compression ratio. But if it was me, I'd throw these pistons in the garbage and put big dome ones on it. But that's just me. I mean, you're already buying the fuel.
We need a piston sponsor.
You're already buying the fuel.
Actually, and the other thing is availability. What is that like these days, right?
It's
So,
not bad. You have it by 2026.
yeah, right, yeah.
And thanks, ATI, for always making these balancers so fun to take off. These are honed to fit,
Yeah,
but I don't know if the builder honed this one or not. I'm about to take this sweatshirt off.
it's not going to fall off, that's for sure.
No.
Well, it's probably 30 degrees outside. It's warming up.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll be back.
Should have that on video.
Yeah, I missed the video opportunity to see even more of the rusty water. I pulled the plugs out of the block at home and drained it out, but that's not quite enough.
That's a Dave party foul.
Yep, so I'll be getting down on the floor and wiping that up.
We're gonna need a blue towel sponsor.
Yeah, can we get a case of blue towels, please?
Stop.
Okay, here comes the oil pan. Ooh,
Oh, built-in windows tray. Nice.
7970.
Is the serial number for the block.
Yep.
So it is a JE piston, and there is no number on it.
767F as in Frank.
That's the foundry number.
Oh.
But I don't see the part number. Not on the top or the bottom.
Huh.
And let's see what we got here.
It's got the nice one-piece gasket. Nothing in the oil pan that we can see yet. We'll see what's under the timing cover here in a minute. Looks like a Melling M77HV oil pump, pretty common. The rods are all marked, numbered. Nice. Yeah, these are the rusty timing cover bolts. Those are gone.
Bye-bye.
So ARP sponsorship. Wait, yeah. Actually, I think we need a piston sponsor first.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I already gave you the timing cover bolts.
Right. We're set.
This is what all your viewers want to see.
Okay.
They're going to come right off, and I'm going to have to pry it off.
I'm thinking it's glued on.
It's probably glued on. If I had to guess, with everything else.
The reason we're here, the infamous cam button episode, which may turn into the piston episode.
Yep. There you go. What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yep. There it is. It's coming apart. Never seen one do that before.
Weird.
That's strange. What the heck?
Yep, so should be a couple more
There's something going on here. I'll have to
bushings.
dive into it a little bit further, but huh. Interesting. I've never seen one come apart like that before, so there's another piece in there.
Weird. So it had to have flown around a little bit inside the cover, those chunks.
I'm not sure. Let's see.
And some of them came out on the distributor housing. When I pulled that out, there were chunks on that too.
Interesting. All right. Well,
Further inspection. All right, George, tell us what you see.
So, this thing has a cast top gear without a recess for a Torrington bearing. And it looks like they put this shim in here, but I can't tell if they machined the face of the block or if this machined the face of the block. You can see some metal transfer on here. But also this cam button hasn't quite made sense to me yet. I'm willing to bet that somebody modified this thing to work. I don't really know what's going on with all these parts. I've never seen this style setup before. Like I said, I run the billet top gear, and it has a Torrington machined. The gear's machined for the Torrington, and then it sits flat on the block. And this block has a step here for this to sit in, but it looks like whatever job it's doing, it's failing. So these can be fixed. It's going to have to be addressed. So yeah.
All right. Call Cloy's.
Yeah.
On it. Okay, first piston out.
Little
JE.
scuffing.
Yeah, a little bit of wear. And some weird, show that top again. Some weird kissing of the top of the piston.
Here, this side's not as bad as the other side.
Yeah, the even side's a little rougher, so. Figuring it out, but the bearings look really good,
Yeah,
so.
happy with that.
All right, all the rods are out. No surprises. Well, maybe
Almost.
one little surprise.
Almost no.
Yeah.
Actually, the crank looks really, really nice. The only thing that we found was that So on these aftermarket cranks, there's such a large fillet radius right here on the rods, and they make a narrow bearing that actually cuts the bearing back another, I'd say 1/16, eighth of an inch or whatever it is. Well, they didn't use the narrow bearings on this. So as you can see, if you can see on the camera there, where it's gold right there, well, it was actually wearing the edge of the bearing on that radius fillet. So yeah, anyways, not horrible, but definitely something to look for if you're doing an engine like this and using an aftermarket crank. You want the narrow rod bearings. So yeah.
All right, pulling the crank out next, and then we'll do a summary.
Yep. Crankshaft.
Okay, heavy ass crankshaft coming out.
I think it's stuck.
Oh, maybe.
There it is.
Nice.
Another shot of my bald head.
Scat crank.
Yeah.
What size is that thing?
4 1/4.
That's what we're running. How are the mains looking?
Good. These are standards on the mains.
Okay.
The rods are 1/unders and the mains are standard. Let's see if they're all standard.
And I just looked at the clock. So we are 2 hours and 5 minutes from literally from when I pulled in the driveway to now.
We're not going top fuel racing anytime soon.
It's all disassembled. Yeah, we aren't going to make the next round.
Yeah, but we might make the next season.
Yeah. So might as well do a little summary. So the pistons were kissing the heads.
A little bit, not bad. I've seen it before, but yeah, a little close on those.
Yeah, so either new pistons or mill the heads and thicker gaskets. Mm-hmm. We got some block machining to do for a different Torrington bearing setup, which it didn't even have a bearing. Right,
it just had that flat spacer in there, so not sure what happened with that. I'm guessing that they machined it for that spacer, and they should have put a Torrington in it, and the spacer actually ate it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm guessing.
So a little bit of machine work. The cylinder heads look good. Shouldn't be much to do there. Yeah. Everything pretty solid there, but a little bit of machine work, probably bearings, maybe rings, maybe pistons.
We'll definitely put the correct rod bearings in. And so back to the timing gear situation and the cam button. That was the whole reason for tearing this thing down, is Dave found some particles in the pan when you drain the oil. Oddly enough, I'm not convinced that it was the cam button. I think the clearance, the 60 or 80 or 100 thousandths clearance you were getting when you were walking the cam back and forth, was because the front of the block was getting tore up. Yeah. So we honestly don't know where that metal came from. Those little disc washers, whatever they are, we haven't found a source for that yet. The cam button looked intact. So now whether or not maybe there was a previous cam button installed before and it was just in the engine and it never came out with the oil change that Dave did before, I don't know. I haven't found a source for it yet, so I'm still puzzled on that one.
Cam bearings too, you said.
Yeah, it did eat the edge of the cam bearing when the gear was walking back. I'm sure that's just metal transfer. Yeah. It had to go somewhere, and it was going in there. So, anyways, I think we've got every piece tore apart that would have told us where that little broken washer came from, and I don't see it. And we'll go back together with a billet, cloys, gear and chain setup with a Torrington. Yeah. So. All right. Fresh bearings, and then maybe pistons. We don't know. Yeah. We're going to check it out. We're going to check the budget, check with my CFO. Yeah. And we'll go from there. There you go. Probably wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you made it to this point, you made it to the end, and we appreciate that. Don't forget, today is Dave's birthday. He probably didn't want me to mention that, but it is his 60th? 60 birthday years today. Old. So happy birthday, Dave. You have a disassembled engine.
Yep, one of my favorite lines is, I'm 100 years old. Well, it's pretty close. It's, yeah, on the downhill to 100.
It's closer.
Yep. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hit that subscribe.
Yeah.